relaxing there. Then bring your hands to your heart and take a moment, namaste to yourself. I am that I am I am present, I'm at one with all that is, and I have gratitude that I have come and spent the time, taken out the time to do this practice. Knowing that you can take this practice anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. And then release your hands and come down to the floor. Or to your recliner. But since most of you are on the floor, we're having a sunny moment here in Silverton. There seems to be blue sky with some puffy clouds, and I'd like to have gratitude for that. Oops, I'm not even seeing. I gotta move my screen again. Hang in there. There it is. Okay, I think that will work. So just feeling yourself on the floor and just feeling how you come to the floor. Notice the parts of your body that naturally touch the floor and which ones don't. It's interesting for the Christmas holiday. The colors are often red and green. I don't find myself able to wear red and green. I actually find myself wanting to wear aqua and red, just to make it a little bit more universal. So today, though, I'm wearing red because I wanted to be at one with the earth. And the earth changes. Everything changes. Everything's always changing. So the earth, of course, is changing. And just taking a moment here and drop the knees side to side, so feet flat on the floor, and feel this connection to the sacred. The sacred sacrum comes from sacred. It's a triangle. You know, it's what's so interesting is the geometry is all here. And the geometry for the flower of life, you can see throughout the body and throughout how we work with space and how buildings are built and how nature is constructed. All of a sacred geometry is there. And I've been studying sacred geometry again to know how is it really used, put together, how did people take it apart? And what is this thing about the triangle? The triangle, as you come to one side, turn the head to the other, the triangle is one of the strongest forms of geometry in the universe. And you can make it into a pyramid, and you can make the triangles, and you can put a lot of triangles together, and then you can draw circles at every vortex of the triangles, and you make the flower of life, and you make the circles. And that's who you truly are, a three-dimensional sphere of the flower of life made of sacred geometry. And what's so amazing is that the more I study it, the more I say, of course we are. You know, it's the science behind it that gets me. And then the other direction, because you know, I'm a full complete scientist in every science. I taught every science, you know, geology, ecology, biology, chemistry, physics, to you know, to ages, you know, 5 to 105, my whole career. I started my career when I was 20, accidentally falling into teaching. Called, you might say called. So feel dropping the knees to the other side and feel it. Now I'm doing micro movements. You might consider finding micro movements because they teach you about what's going on a deeper level. And then you can always do stillness, which does another thing. It brings the weight of the body into a certain spot, and you feel the understanding of gravity in that particular spot. So there's a lot to be learned by the details of movement and stillness, and you can move in this position in several different ways to evaluate the little joints in the pelvis. And then bring the feet to center, pull the knees into your chest. Ah, take an ah, inhale. Feels so good. So good to pull my knees into my chest, roll the knees in a circle, massage the lower back, especially this connection between the legs and the pelvis into the upper spine. Change directions with the roll. Lots of sighing, anything that needs, if you need to let out the energy. Now, I just finished taking 2 days to figure out what to take with me. And also teaching classes and ending the different things I've been doing here. And I have a lot of energy to release because I've been moving fast. Then pull the knees in and widen the knees out into reclined frog. Lots of ways to do this, gentle, moderate, or vigorous. Your feet can be on the recliner or your mat and open up, or you just hold the knees where you need to. You can bring the feet up and perpendicular a little bit, so that ankle to foot is perpendicular. You can lift your head if you want more, squeeze at the pelvic floor if you do this, because you're going to hold yourself up, and then you can let go of your hands. Notice how many things you can do. So there's no excuse for not doing yoga every day. Because you can be really tired, or you can even have a virus or be sick. Guarantee you get more well and faster, and you can always put your hands behind the head or have a cushion. The people who have taken yoga with me will know more adaptations than anyone else will teach. And then down, head comes down, knees come together, lengthen the legs out, reach the arms above your head. This is a reset for the body. Oh, hold your breath and stretch. Maybe have some sounds. I always have sounds, so let the sound out. The voice is also a reset organ, a voice box there. And then arms, where do they land? Notice if you have shoulders that don't want them to land up above your head. Maybe you want them to land by your sides. Maybe you want to put them all the way down by your sides. You can use this posture to reset the shoulders at the right level. When you find just the right level that everything feels okay, and stay there for 30 to 90 seconds. Then feet flat on the floor, hands by your sides, cerebral spinal fluid balancer from pushing off from the feet. Another sigh. You can see when I have been running around, you'll hear me sigh a lot more. And then pause. Hands behind the head, or press into the lower back, squeeze at the pelvic floor. You're going to work those abdominals. So the abdominals and this core strength is more important than almost anything else. It attaches to everything else. So you can just press the lower back into the floor or into their recliner and feel that. Otherwise, start with putting your hands behind your head if it works, and just lifting the shoulders. Shoulder lift. And exhale as you come up. Makes it a little stronger. Squeeze at the pelvic floor. Feel the abdominals engage. Now shine the light out of the solar plexus, which is part of that, right above the belly button, solar plexus. Then bring the feet off the floor if you want. Lengthen out the legs if you want. Blowing it out. Then hold. Now, red is the color of the earth, and I decided that I needed to come back down to earth. After studying so much about light, so much about gratitude, so much about the solstice, I needed to come back to earth. And then pull the knees in. Bring the feet flat to the floor. Press into the feet. See if this works for you on the recliner. I don't know if it works. And lift up off the floor into the bridge. You can bring a cushion or a block underneath the pelvis just to hold you there. Otherwise, you're strengthening the quads, you're strengthening the back body core, the glutes especially. I'm always surprised about how I feel them when I walk, which is mostly from doing this class for 5 years. I've done more of this lifting than I do in any other thing I do. So inhale up, exhale down. You can add the arms. Now, the other reason I had to come back to the earth is because I read Sandra Ingerman's piece, if any of you know her work. Very, one of my masters, one of the masters in the cross-cultural shamanic traditions, to bring all of the traditions together in the shamanic traditions that overlap. And she said she was feeling the real need to hibernate. And winter is often this time to hibernate. So inhale up and exhale down. And then as we come through the solstice, to go into hibernation, because, for some of us it's snow and ice, for others of it's rain. On the other side of the world, they're having the opposite experience, like in Australia. So just consider this kind of dance of humanity, of hibernation and the colder weather and the warmer weather and how the sun works and how the earth works. And that's all one big thing. And here you are having the opportunity to be in a body. And I'm pausing at the top and pressing to the feet after movement. And you're lifting and strengthening for those of you who want to do this. Arms left over the head, again, can reset the shoulders. It's up to your body how far your shoulders can go. I know it's one of our issues in our group. And I have a shoulder issue too, but I overcome it. I just keep doing what I just keep keep the range of motion, and it's been helping. Then hold for a moment. Building the strength is helping everything with my knees. I'm imagining all the time light going to my knees and my shoulder to rebuild the tears in the cartilage, to heal them, because we have the power in our brain to do that. Come up onto your toes. See if that works for you. Just notice, does it not? No judgment at all about anything you can or cannot do. Some of you are, we've lived long lives. You're not in their 20s anymore, or 30s, or 40s, where most of us are not even in our 50s. And then bring yourself down, feet come down, legs come down, and shake it all out. So shaking it on the floor. Oh. Then I really felt like doing the leg stretch series before we come up. So can you grab your strap? I forgot to have you get one, but it felt like we hadn't done it in a while. And it's really so powerful. And you can do stretching your legs standing up, which is what we've been doing. But this one, I'm going to put my right foot up into the strap, and I'm just going to feel it. I haven't done this for, I think we haven't done it for like maybe 6 weeks at least. And just notice, I'm going to bend my knee and then lengthen it out. And bend my knee and lengthen it out. And then I'm going to hold there. Now my other foot, for this part of the practice, I put my foot onto the floor. So one of the things that, one of the things that Sandra said was, listen to your own guidance. The intuition is where we need to be at. And in yoga, you're told, listen to, well, can I straighten my leg, or does my knee need to be a little bit bent? Do I want to put my elbow down on the floor and hold my strap? Do I need 2 hands? Or do I just want to do something different? If you have a couch that you're on, you can just put your leg up. You could be on the floor and put your leg up on the couch or a chair. And you can also stand and do every single one of these practices. I do believe I'll evaluate that. Then lengthen out the left leg and bring the right leg down. And remember, you can always have a block available to, like, put your leg on. If your leg doesn't want to go too far down, you don't want to hold it up with the elbow. You're strengthening your bicep and tricep here, or mostly the bicep, with your hand. You're also strengthening the wrist, but for some people, the wrist is already hurting. So you want to know, do I hold my strap with two hands? Do I use a block or a cushion under my leg? What do you do? Everyone's unique. Feel what you're stretching here. Notice what, these adductors look. And then, not to stay there too long, cross the leg over, change hands with the strap. If you want, you put the block between the legs, and it can be a cushion, of course. And then put the left elbow on the floor. I had my right side at first, and my right leg I'm moving, and I'm now putting my left elbow on the floor to hold it here. And now I'm going to take out the block to see how it feels. Don't roll over onto the left hip. Stay on the whole. Oh yeah, my microphone just fell out, so forgive me. I still need to get a new microphone. I still need to. Sometimes I put this one on wrong. So I'll turn my head so it doesn't fall out. So feel what's going on here. This is usually interesting stretch. I can get all the way into that piriformis here. And if you take your fingertip, you can press into it and give it a little bit of a massage. You'll feel the sore spot in the buttocks there. And that's the piriformis, which actually causes sciatica. If you ever have it, you want to roll on a ball or something and be on the piriformis. Or you can do this and rub it with your fingertips. And then bring that leg back up. Lengthen out, bring the left leg on the floor and cross the ankle of the right leg. And now you're in this ready for thread the needle. You can use the strap to put between your legs, but you can also just push that knee away. And just push that knee away. Your foot can come up onto a wall, a couch, or a block, or you can take the strap and put it in between around the left leg and pull forward, or you can take your hands and do that same thing. Lengthen out the shoulders here and lace the fingers. So you've got all of those options, and you want to recognize what happens in the head. If you are lacing the fingers behind your legs, then the head will tilt back. Now, if that doesn't feel good, your head might be better on a cushion, but allow it to tilt back if that's what it does. Just you're witnessing your body, every different movement, and what is going to be right for you for what we're doing. Then take that left leg, put it on the floor, have the right hand catch the right knee and the left hand catch the left foot, lengthen out the left leg, and then decide whether you want to lift it or not. First, you can just stand here and pull it in and feel what's going on your hip, and just be gentle, because I know some of you have had hip replacements, some of you might be due for one. They are definitely things that we all face. Then you can lift your head and hold there, and you can lift your foot and hold there. Or you can go all the way and lift and level, lift and lower, point and flex that left leg, holding everything together and seeing if this is the one you want to do. And then hold for a moment just to see that that's all rich strengthening for the quad. And then head comes down, lengthen out the legs, shake them out. Find your strap. Take your strap into the left hand, put the strap over the left leg, and start with the stretch here. Now you can, again, I didn't show you this on the other leg, but you can wrap the strap and have the hand hold the strap, and it kind of tractions the wrist instead of using that wrist. So that wrist tractions. And The foot on the floor just grounds the pelvis for most of us better than leg extended, but you can see what happens for you and decide. Flexing that foot, seeing how that works for you. Now, I like to have my elbow go all the way down to the floor. Some people hold the strap up high. So again, that's another modification. Then lengthen the right leg out, lower the left leg down. Again, your leg can come to a block or a cushion. You just have to be savvy with where the blocks are and how you set yourself up or getting to them. And feel that bicep strengthening, the whole front of the whole part of the arm that strengthens too, the forearm. Now I feel my hip lifting off on my right side, so I'm going to bring my leg up just a little bit so that I'm not rolling over. I'm trying to stay stable. That leg doesn't want to go down as far as the right leg. You know, so it's also knowing the legs, knowing the body. Then reach up and over. And again, you can put the block between your knees, change hands with the strap. And that gives you can roll the wrist of the left hand and decide, do I want to use the block? Do I want to just take the block out? But don't roll over onto the right side. The right foot should be straight, up, flexed foot maybe. Now you can really sometimes evaluate the left and right leg in this series. I have a worse knee injury in my left leg than I do in my right knee. And I can feel what that does to the whole leg from the foot all the way up to the hip. That leg is very different. And then it plays into the lower back. So at least I have the awareness of it, not that I can totally get rid of it. But I'm gonna ask my brain right now to send extra light and love, sparkle the light and love and all the healing energy you can into that left knee. Then reach up, foot flat on the floor, cross the ankle. Just push the knee away. You just sit here and you can push the knee away and you can put your foot up on something. And maybe even the bottom of the recliner, maybe you can lift that and it actually holds your foot up. I can't wait to get it. I'm going to buy a recliner so I can practice on it. And so then push the knee away, or use the strap to go through your legs and pull in, or use your hands. And then just hang out there for a moment. If you're using your hands, make sure you just really let your shoulders go. If you're using the strap, you're usually strengthening your arms at the same time, and of course your wrists and your hands to be able to grab things. Let the shoulders pull down. Feel the sacrum there. It's kind of an interesting position. Then release that, put the foot onto the floor. Wait a minute, lengthen that leg out, lengthen the right leg out, pull the left leg in, catching the foot with the right hand and the knee with the left hand. And you can just stay here, squeeze at the pelvic floor and just be there for a moment. Or you can lift the leg up or lift the head and the leg up. And then you can also point and flex and put that right leg into motion. Strengthening a whole lot of things in here, the hip, the quad, the shoulders, the arms, everything is kind of like, oh, got it all together. And then hold. And then let go. This time, reach the arms over your head. Stretch and stretch. Stretch from the heels of the hands to the heels of the feet and hold your breath. Oh, and really stretch any sounds, allow them to come out. And then let it go. You can either rock yourself up or roll yourself over to your side. Let's see what. Then hands behind you if it works, and drop the knees to the side. Oh. Then bring the knees over to one side and right into the spinal twist. Again, you can be on a chair and you can do these, especially the spinal twist series there. And you can go back and forth with the knees too. You just don't go down as far. Then look over the right shoulder and do that spinal twist as far as your body will go. And look around and use the eyes, a little bit of that EMDR to look around with your eyes as far as you'll go. And then, you might get a healing vision for yourself, a sparkly light that's healing every aspect of the body, and hold it while you move your hands, eyes, the other direction, and back and forward. You can send that light to special parts of your body. And then come back to looking around in one direction and let it go. Then switch to the other side and around and around and around. After being on my back, it feels really good to do the spinal twist here. We were on the floor for a long time. In the leg stretch series. And then go all the way around. And then a little bit of that EMDR that trains the body in a different way through the eyes. One direction, the other direction. Send light to all the places that need to heal in your body. Light and love. It's a new time. It's a new day. It's a new year. The solstice. And then back to center. And then hands and knees. And greeting this solstice, greeting this new year as with new opportunities for growth and rising above the crumbling collective. There's, the collective in a lot of ways is just changing and changing and changing, and it has to go down to reform. It's the systems theory. A time to rest and build reserves, to cultivate resilience and strength. So you can move through the coming changes with grace and ease. In the fall, plants and trees release what they need and they return into the earth, trusting that the inner burning will, the inner fire burning within her during winter will gestate new life, ready to emerge in the spring. Then hold in one direction. For those of you who can, come back into child. And if you're on the recliner, you fold, or you get on a chair and fold down to the floor. For those of you that it's okay to do this, then come up into upward dog. I'm going to support my wrists here. Then back to hands and knees, or from upward dog. Some of you I know can do this. You tuck the toes, you come into downward dog. Notice if the legs feel different from doing the practice. Walk yourself forward, bend the knees, hang over in ragdoll. See what's there for you. Your elbows can be on your knees, your hands can be on your knees, and you can press into the floor, come up into a little bit of a back bend. And here you are. Welcome to standing. So shake it out. Having a spot of sun. Look at that, spot of sun. Let's see if we can move this. Then inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And time. Then a little cross crawl, any way you want to do it. Right, here's just marching in place. Here is elbows up. Elbows to the knee. Here's elbows up at the head. Are you balanced enough? Do you have that? Or just gentle, or be on the chair and just do it. All it is you're crossing the brain for more balance. Body, mind, spirit balance, physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, relationship balance. And then here we are. Come up onto your toes a little bit, see if that works for you. Don't hurt yourself. Some of my people that have done this get cramps in their feet. So you're just lifting your heels. Can you be balanced? Can you put your hands in your waist? Can you put your hands at your heart? Can you put your hands above your head? Whatever you want to do. You got branches. Okay. We have 15 minutes, so I'm thinking. 15 minutes. Step the right foot back. Find your balance here. You've done this a lot. This dancing warrior. So it should be quick. So it's like, okay, yes, I'm ready for all the changes. Yes, I'm ready. I'm gonna have ease and grace for all the changes that are happening. They're outrageous. We know it's outrageous. It's unbelievable. From a perspective of the progressives, it's really, it's a little bit, you just like every day, there's something else to go. Wow, really? So I am here, I am strong, I will go through this time with grace and ease, with the part within myself that is this virtuous hero, this part that's strong and confident, ready to be there. I'm gonna bring my arms behind my back and bend down and look at the ground and know that I have firm foundation on the ground, on the earth, in the earth. First chakra, first major chakra, red. Then look up. You can bring your arms down. You can have them on blocks. There's all different things to modify. Then bend the knee. Bring yourself back up to warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Left hand down, right arm back. Yes, we have a past and a future. Yes, we have to make that image of the future really strong and keep visioning that. Know that the past has had a lot of lessons and it's good to learn from the lessons. Then look up. Who are you? You're the sky. Everything else is the weather. You're that big. Yes. And you are shining light. Absolutely. That's all we are, is light. And then left hand down on the knee, right arm over. Get a new perspective. Lateral angle, new perspective. Elbow down, new perspective. Hand down on the floor, new perspective. Arm over your head, arm up above, either one. Then up, hands straight, still in the same formation on the floor with your feet. And this is called triangle. You reach over that left leg and the hand comes down and the arm comes up. Now, some people can go all the way down to the floor. I can't. Gives you that stretch here. And if you want to feel that a little further, you can go there. But otherwise, this is called triangle. You can put your hand on a chair also. And up. Then, five start. And warrior goddess, fingers wide, and a lion's breath. Now, I'm not going to talk through all about the lion, but consider the lion as an avatar, and you might want to study lion and see what the power of the lion is. So inhale, stick your tongue out and go. Good for the vagus nerve. Last time. and then up. Then either turn to the other side or step your left foot back. So I'm just gonna turn. And here we are, Virabhadrasana 1. Straighten the front leg, arms come behind us, look up or look down, or have your hands down or hands on a chair or a table. Take a breath. Then look up, straight ahead with the power and courage and grace and ease for entering a new year with all these changing times. Right hand down, left hand back. Say goodbye to the old technologies. And as they update, look to the future and be joyful. That one's really getting me right now. And then look up and be the ocean this time. And you're the wave. I mean, everything else is the wave. You're the ocean. And yes, the ocean sort of has emotions, you know, up, down, you know, windy. And we have all of that. Then new perspective. New perspective. Look to the side. What do you need a new perspective on? You know, even our times. Again, you could put your hand on a chair, on a table, on the wall, and then back up and up. Then this time, we're going to have new perspective. Bend the knees, but this time, go and straighten one leg. Have your hands on the knees or the elbows on the knees or the hands on the floor or the hands on the front of a chair and stretch side to side. Stretching side to side. And then pause in the center, come down and get the upside down perspective. You don't have to bend your knees, you can have them straight. You can have them bent, and you can also have your hands on a chair. Get the upside down perspective. Then the big contemplation is, what does the upside down perspective teach you? And then bring yourself back up and step your feet together. Shake it out. One balancing posture here, and choose the one that you want. I'm gonna show you a new one. If you want to do the one with me, you take your right foot and cross it over. You take the left arm under, the right arm over, and then you see if you can pick up your foot and balance there. Otherwise, your foot down at the bottom, your crossed legs, and you're holding yourself up with the 2 feet. Do a balancing posture of your choice. And then let that one go. Hope I'm not moving too fast. Gotta go today. Then the toe on the floor. Bring the right leg over the left. Let's see, what did I do? Right up. Yes. Take your hands. Now you may not get there. You may just fold your hands, and you may have back to back, and you may be able to twist and clap your hands. You know, everybody's different. Then decide, what do you want to do on that side? Do you want to lift up the foot or not? Some people can, if you have the ability, you can wrap it around. I can't do that anymore with my knees, but you can wrap your foot around the other leg. Yeah, that didn't feel right. And then let it go. Shake it out. Okay. Coming back to the floor. Let me think. Is there anything else to do here? Oh, breath of joy. Why not? You know, the breath of joy, if you didn't do anything else in the day, you know, get your friend, get your partner, go out there on the beach, go into the woods, whatever. Do the breath of joy. So I'm going to take a deep breath in, and then last time. Look up. Dizziness. If you have any dizziness, go right to that 3rd finger in the belly button, 3rd finger to the third eye. Even if you're sick and you're getting nauseous, you can try this. It's supposed to work. Okay, then come back to your mat, drop your chin to the floor, Slowly let the weight of the body bring you down. Step back into downward dog when you're ready. Down to the knees. And this time, push yourself down. Pushing out your arm and come to your front surface. It's just nice to get to the different surfaces of the body and feel what happens here. This is Sphinx, and it's a very nice back bend. If you want to stay here for a while and your back really needs it, you can just take a large cushion or bolster and put it under your chest and just sort of hang out here. That would be, restorative yoga just uses equipment to do the same thing. Press into the elbows and just feel what happens to the shoulders and the elbows, and you can, work with that shoulder. And then come all the way down, tuck the toes, and press off for the cerebral spinal fluid on the front surface. And just remember that you have the support of the international community focused on raising above the crumbling collective. When rested, we have the power to create positive changes. We can't do this if we're burned out. Don't get burned out during this time. Rest and nurture yourself on all levels. And that's the message from Sandra. Okay. So then rolling over into the back. And just feeling yourself settle. And just consider, and if you go on Sandra Ingerman's website, you'll come, I think there's a place you can click to see a meditation from a long time ago that she uses over and over again called Creating a Human Grid of Light. So just imagine that you're one spark in this huge grid of light, which is, and I love to imagine now, since I have this image in my body, mind, and spirit, the flower of life as a sphere. And I have this photo that I think I've sent it to you before, of the flower of life shown around the whole earth. It's a drawing or a computer-generated image. So it's know that you're part of it, and it's really important that you shine your light. Breathe, relax, feel, witness yourself, and allow. And that little practice there, the allowing part is even when we're witnessing ourselves as being negative, you allow it so that you can recognize it, and then perhaps breathe energy into it, breathe the light back into it. And then you can work with each one of those words: breathe, relax, feel, witness yourself, and allow. Watch, they say, or they use watch or witness to be, to raise your consciousness, to be the witness consciousness. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. All is in perfect order and divine order. Keep sparkling your light and be part of that part, and just know that that is enough. And take care of yourself. Celebrate the sparkly numbers of lights that are out there, especially as you drive around and all the houses are full of colorful lights. It's just an interesting time. Bringing the fingertips together and the thumbs to your heart. Again. Honoring the 12 chakras now that we're working with, the 7 that we've been working with for 10,000 years, and now there's 12. The earth chakra is the second chakra, it's the second star chakra in the new chakra system, and you can look that up. I know I've sent you handouts on it before. This 12 chakra system is now stars. And so each one is as we move from a carbon-based body to a crystalline-based body, we're stars. And then bring the thumbs to your third eye. Honor the ones above your head, the soul star chakra, the universe chakra, the galactic chakra, the divine chakra. And that's because we now know that we're not limited, and that we are the sun. The sun is us. The sun makes our solar system happen. The sun is what is life, and the sun is also showing the chaos. So you have to know it's in divine order. The sun is going crazy with different kinds of mass coronal ejections. Then rest the body down. Relax however you can, relaxing the toes and the feet and the foreleg and the knees and everything that's there. You're just relaxing, feeling yourself melt into gravity. I am the earth, but I am my I am presence. What does that mean? I am my I am presence, and I am all that is. I am that I am is a famous section of the Old Testament. And it's one that has been really segregated and used and researched and expanded upon. Of what does this mean? Then bring your hands together at your heart in the universal prayer position. Peace, shalom, salam, pak shanti, pache, nir, malohia, frieden, hang sang. May we have peace, and may what we do here go out onto the world and make more peace. Then rolling over to your side when you're ready, feeling gravity pull you, pressing into your hands when you're ready. It's going to be a little faster than usual since I have to get into a car. Up onto my hands and knees. Honor the four-legged. Honor the two-legged. Namaste. We're going to come back for 10 minutes.